right to an inclusive, safe, and secure online existence for women and girls. Globally, women are less likely to have access to the internet compared to men, with a gap of around 5.7%. In low-income countries, women are on average 14% less likely to have access to the internet than men. India has 833 million active internet users as of July 2022, which accounts for approximately 60% of the population. However, women consist only 1/3 of that number. Reason being that the internet is often perceived as a risk to the traditional social order or seen as unsafe for women and girls.
नाम आकृति है। मुझे रील्स बनाना बहुत पसंद है और उन्हें पोस्ट करना भी, पर मेरे पेरेंट्स को ऐसा लगता है कि अगर मैं रील्स बनाऊंगी और उन्हें पोस्ट करूंगी तो उसका मिसयूज़ हो सकता है, उनको गलत जगह पे पोस्ट करेंगे जिससे बदनामी होगी, जिसकी वजह से मुझे इंटरनेट बहुत कम यूज़ करने के लिए मिलता है।
Lack of inclusion comes with massive costs. Evidently, women's exclusion from the digital spaces has cost the world $1 trillion, which is a loss that will grow to $1.5 trillion by 2025 in the absence of any action.
A lot of students face the issues of intimate images shared online, and lot of work need to be done to help them. It's a huge issue among the youth, especially girls, and affect them mentally as well as physically. I have been spread awareness about the stopncii.org and other reporting mechanism. It has helped some of my friends who were helpless and vulnerable.
Since its emergence, cyberspace has not been friendly for women and girls.
An educator, I have lived many examples of in the educational institution for years. I would like to share with you the example of Chandigarh University, where a girl was found to share the objectionable content of her hostel mates with n number of people. And this incident led to the physical as well as psychological annihilation of those victims. Police probed the matter and found this. It is the matter of the grave concern which need adequate transformations in the mindset of people, especially the women.
Online abuse affects women's well-being, mental health, confidence, relationships, and sense of safety. It leads to women stepping back from public conversation out of fear for their privacy and safety. It can quickly intensify in scale and nature, and it can also feel deeply personal.
At the end of the day, every message which is going out there is going to have an impact on people around you. So be mindful of what that impact can be. We see it, at least in our practice, we end up seeing when people are consuming information from social media, it can help them feel good about their own selves, or it can also impact them in a negative manner. So whatever you're putting out there, just be careful about trying to ensure that it is not actively, intentionally harmful towards any particular person. At least from a mental health perspective, that's something which is very important, because we all need to find healthy ways of being able to engage in debate.
The louder the women's voices become, the higher the rate of abuse they are subjected to. According to recent research on women in South Asian politics, 90% of women politicians in India, Nepal, and Pakistan felt that threats of violence shook their resolve to enter politics.
I was going through this piece of research that the dating app Bumble had done over the last year, where 60% of the women that they spoke to in India said that they had, in some way or the other, received some bullying, some trolling, some harsh messaging over the last 1 year. And these are not women in public life; these are just women on dating apps. These are women on, social media, who received some sort of threats, trolling, unwanted photographs, unwarranted behavior. And the only way to sort of take back the internet is to increase our presence, increase our voice, increase our opinions on the internet. And so I think it's really important right now for women to be more vocal about what's going on, to call out other trolls, irrespective of whether or not they're trolling you. If they happen to be saying something about somebody else, you should still call it out.
Team CSR has been exerting efforts passionately for over a decade now to make the online spaces safe for all. especially for women and girls. Our flagship projects include Social Surfing for the Youth in association with Meta, Twee Surfing with Twitter, a project where we utilize the power of 100 influencers to push forward the online safety agenda, including Jack Dorsey himself. Since 2019, we have been implementing the We Think Digital program for school children, a project that is supported by Meta, Digital Citizenship and Civic Participation for Gender Equality for the Youth, supported by Twitter, Safety Online for the Dating World with Bumble, and Digital Citizenship for Young Children with Lego. The three main pillars of our efforts are education, awareness generation, and capacity building. And for this, we have conducted over 500 workshops across the country in 6 languages across 27 states, impacting over 500,000 stakeholders directly and many more indirectly. For the success of our efforts, we collaborated with law enforcement. We also advocated and lobbied with key policy makers of the country, including Chair of Standing Committee of IT, Dr. Shashi Tharoor. Over the years, we have built and maintained several prestigious collaborations with national and international organizations, including media houses, educational institutions, and government institutes. Our efforts are ongoing and are only intensifying with time.